It's 4:01, so we'll get started here.
Your playlist is on the stream now.
Here we're good. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Let's do that. There we go. All right.
Howdy doody.
Hey. All right. It's Friday. Finally Friday. Freaking A.
TGIF.
Yeah, it's been a really good week. I think it's been a nice kind of relaxing week for the first time. So that's a good thing. Last week was hectic, and this week is nice and relaxed. So that's so the only
How
thing.
was last week hectic? You worked about 2 days.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what I did? That's all I did work is about 2 days. Let's see. Monday was a holiday. I wasn't working. Well, I was working, but there was no kids at school. The next 2 days, the counselors came in and took my class for 2 days. So I worked on building a website those 2 days. So I actually got a lot done. I should actually, you know what I should do? I should model. I'm going to do that. I am going to model something that I do. So you guys, I just thought of that. Here, I'm going to put something up really quick. This is kind of a good starter, I'd say. So I'm going to look up, let's see. I'm going to look up me on Google. And let's see, where am I here? Oh, there we are. There I am. Let's see here. Let's see what comes up when I put my now. Actually, on my let's see, sign in. No, we don't want to sign in like that. Well, yeah, I should because that's Instagram. Heck with Instagram. But I want to show you something. This is the project. This is the project that I've been working on. So I'm gonna get this puppy. Some of you guys don't think I work, so I'm always working. But how's everybody's day? Drone Worship is in the house. It is so good to have you in. Dan Zelch is in the house. Sunrise Water Media, first one up, first one on. So we're good. We got a good start, and we should have a lot of things to talk about. We're kind of like the last in line when it comes to talking about, the new DJI product coming out, and I really don't know what to say about it. So a lot of people have been kind of already talking about that, and I'm just like, I haven't listened to any of those streams, from people that don't fly FPV and are, I'm a noob FPV flyer, but I understand it, and I can look at that kind of FPV drone, and we already have our own opinions about it, don't we?
We've got, yeah.
And let me just see here.
Opinion, you can't call it an opinion because it's not going to be the mainstream opinion on this.
Yeah. And what's the mainstream opinion?
This thing's going to be the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, I think it's up for. I think that's up for debate for sure. I was excited to see it. Akarasho is in the house. I'm going to keep beating up your name until you give me a phonetic version of your name. Like type it in its proper phonetics, so I say it right. So basically, type it how it sounds, but misspell it. That's how we do it at graduation. We make kids phonetically type out their names. The biggest problem is you have to tell them what phonetics means. Okay, just type your name how it sounds so when we say it when you graduate. So that's the state of education, by the way. Eat more possum in the house. How are you doing?
I mean, you mean to tell me the kids still know how to write? I thought that's all typing now.
Check this out. This is for Kai. Let me put this up and check this out. This is what I found. This is for him. In Germany, roughly a quarter regard U.S. positively. I thought that was kind of cool. That's good. At least a quarter. So I just saw that. I just saw that put up.
It's a little bit down from what it used to be.
It's down. It used to be what? An eighth or up a quarter, a half. Then I guess like a half, 50%. What do you
probably used to be closer to 75%. So
yeah. What do you think has been the biggest cause of that? Just arrogance, changing like European, like positioning in the world, like how they view themselves, how they perceive us, perceiving them. How would it be? That's interesting.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the current administration. And
look at Obama. Holy Toledo. That is amazing. So we're not getting into politics. I'm just talking about because Kai has a lot of expertise, and I like to pull out his expertise, and there it is right there. And there you go. You got to look at it. You actually got a little bit of a jump up there, and then of course, but this is, this little slide there is pretty interesting. But here's the Bush years right here. So I do have opinions.
Bush went downhill when the whole Afghanistan thing.
Yeah.
hit.
So there's other things. You got the use of military bases. You've got.
Not the use of military bases necessarily. It's Bush. He was perceived as waging a personal war with Saddam Hussein.
Right.
It was a personal issue for him.
Yeah,
that was a perception of him in Germany, and Germany got suckered into something they didn't want to get into. They actually had to change their constitution in order to deploy German soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq.
And that, because I kind of talked to you the other night about talking about my friend Mike, and he flew a lot of missions out of Germany. A lot of soldiers to Germany. That's where, we were stationed. We were staging them and then moving them from there. But he flew big jets, big commercial jets, 767s loaded with military personnel to the war zones. And then he eventually flew missions, dropping airborne special operations forces in C-141s. They were still using that, and now it's not a commission. They don't use it anymore. It was replaced by the C-17, I believe, which is the smaller version of the big heavy lift. The C-5, I think, is the big mama, and I think it goes down to C-17. So I put up Akarasha. Oh,
so
ow. See, that's what I was saying. Akarasha.
So
Akarasho. All right. Yeah, I think I was saying it right, so we're close. All right. Okay, I still am not where I thought I was going to be, so I'm going to drop that down until I find where I'm at. But I'm looking for a tweet. But I know it's hard when I'm using the wrong computer. It's hard for me to find stuff because I have to do like total generic searches. But anyways, we've got a new friend that showed up yesterday. Yeah, there it is. My new friend just showed up. This is my first Zino I ever bought. So right there, first one. I figured that, crap, we get 4 or 5 models and they're finally going to make one that, this is 4K 60. So we'll be definitely, I'm going to definitely throw it up in the air and see what it can do with the terrain here. Cause we got some really, really cool, we have some really cool, varying colored landscape. And this really can be a test for this camera. So Ray Kelly in the house. EBR FPV is also in the house. How you guys doing?
Before you throw it up in there, that thing has motors where it flies by itself.
Well, I figured since it wasn't a DJI product, we just throw it in the air. I'm actually not going to throw this thing in the air. I'm not doing any hand launches or anything. It probably would be really easy because it really doesn't have any good sense. The sensors are basically, we'll see. I'll definitely do some practice to see if it's even a something that you'd want to do. To me, that's kind of an important feature. I think, launching remotely, you have to have a hand launch. Otherwise, you're landing in sand and dirt, and then you got to carry a landing pad. And last thing I remembered, climbing up to the top of one of the places I've hiked and, try to put a landing pad. It just doesn't make any sense. You got to be able to just hold it. And then of course I probably could do a manual takeoff. So we'll see what that's like. So, Evil Hubson, we need to try something, and they've put out a bunch of products. They're proving to me that they're in it for the long haul. And when you get down to the fourth model, I believe this is the fourth. We've got the Zino 1, then we had the Zino Pro or whatever they called it, and then we had the Zino 2, and now we have the Zino 2 Plus. I don't know what the whole family of Zinos are, but we'll open up the box and we'll look at it. I'm not going to do like what you would consider to be just an unboxing. I just want to get this thing out of the box, get a first impression of it, and maybe just get a feel for it, and then we'll throw it in the air this weekend, and we're just going to stick it right in the air. So.
Yeah,
but Zino,
there's one other manufacturer that we need to look out for. That's
Plus
Holy Stone.
Holy Stone. Now, the other thing that's getting with this thing is they're moving these out. This thing, when they were starting putting these Zinos out, they're like $600. This thing was $499. So, and I know it doesn't have like multiple batteries and like carry bags. It's not like a Flymore combo, but it's a 4K 60. It's a 4K 60 3-axis gimbal, and to me, that's enough for $499. The Mavic Mini doesn't even doesn't do 4K 60. So, this thing has got a 35-minute battery. So we're gonna give it a shot for sure. But we'll take it out of the box in a minute.
35-minute battery.
Like
25.
Well, we're going to definitely test that out. We're going to know exactly. I think I'll do a hover test with this and the Mini. Why not? Since I got the Mini. The Mini weighs nothing. This is a pretty hefty drone. This is not a lightweight thing. The box, when the box came, I'm like, this feels like a Mavic. So it's got Mavic weight when it shows up. So, and I think everybody wants to I'm pretty much just a Mavic flyer, and there's a reason for it. We already talked about this, Kai. When it comes to GPS drones, it's kind of like I don't want to own anything anymore that I'm going to have to fight with. This might be one that I have to fight with. The Mini I had to fight with, so I'm going to give it at least that much respect. But the Mini, I mean, it weighed nothing. It had advantages. This is just another Mavic. And it's not.
How do you use goggles with that?
You can't. It doesn't. That's if you think about all the electronics that this thing is missing. I mean, they finally just put optical stabilization on it.
Whoa! So, pay attention.
What's up?
808.
All right.
Aloha.
Hey, 808, how you doing? Yeah, we can slow down here. We're not in no hurry today. Hey, how you doing, 808? So yeah, we've got a new test coming up, and we'll see. I need to get outside of my comfort zone, and this is definitely outside of my comfort zone. I was actually thinking about the FEMIs, but I don't know. To me, the FEMI, there's not a lot of generational work being done with the FEMI X8 and so. This is a toy company that does. Hey, thank you so much. This is a toy company that does a lot. They've done a lot of different changes to this, and that's a good sign. Now, what we need Hubson to do is to make a small version of it. If you're not making mini versions, I'm just telling you, the mini versions are hot. Make it small. Wow us with small. Everybody wants small, so make it small and portable.
I know.
Well, if you look at what's over Kai's head right now, the massive freaking wing, that's what he's looking at now. He's looking at wings with 8-foot freaking wingspans. So, and I can't do anything about that. That's a personal issue with him. And there's no talking him down from that cliff. So we're going to let him look for massive wings.
Well, the problem is when a guy my size shows up with a Mini in his hand, people laugh at me. It's got to be at least my size.
I'll tell Evo Akarasho, you're talking my language, man. Autel Evo 2 Mini. So Evo 2 portable. I'm looking. They can do it. I mean, even
They need to come up was a Evo Mini.
yeah, why not do it? I mean, make it freaking orange too. I want it orange. It better be orange. I don't want it white or gray. I want it to be freaking blaze orange. And then I want that same controller. I want the old controller. I love that old controller. It's perfect for a mini. It's massively, I mean, you got a small screen built into it already. I want the screen in a mini format. Maybe do something with the handles. I don't know. If you're gonna, I guess if you're gonna engineer a new drone, you're gonna probably engineer a new controller, but we'll see. And that hasn't been the case for anybody other than DJI. Everybody's, remanufacturing the DJI controller.
That controller is great. That built-in screen on it, that's just bomb.
Yeah, I'm with you. Treetop Flyer, how you doing? Keep it in the park. My Zino, one battery failed mid-flight, 1,200 foot downrange at 350 AGL. Oh Lord, don't Treetop, please don't be doing that. Come on, I know it's in the toy class. But I do have I've got to give it I have to have high expectations. 808. My Evo 2 Pro fits into my small camera bag with 2 batteries on the side and a controller. Yeah, that's exactly what I did with mine. I bought a small camera bag, set it in sideways, took the props off because you can pop the props off really easy. The controller easily fits in there, and you don't need the bigger bag. You don't need the big, take the sticks off. I learned my lesson on the sticks, so.
Exactly what 808 says there. When he shows up was the mini, small and like palm of his hand. Yeah, try to be 7 foot at that. Yeah, people just bust out and bust a nut laughing at you.
Guys, they're like, "Where's the drone, man?" He's got it. It's in my hand, guys. Can't you see it? It's right here. Where's the drone? It's right here. Oh, watch here. I got to uncup my hand. There it is. Can you see it now? Oh man, that's scary. I am afraid. I'm going to definitely take this drone to places where it could definitely get broke. My problem is getting it home. I've learned, guys, the guys that fly, I am learning that just don't use any of the auto functions. Just don't. Take that out of your flight plan. Take your auto return functions out of your flight plan. Of course, it should work, but take it out of your flight plan and you'll have a better experience because you'll always be in control of your drone. You'll never have to worry about, use your sensors, use your avionics, and just fly like you're.
They have a better sense of direction than what you do.
I know. I know. I'm the pot calling the kettle black. So it says, Chris, I made you a background for your StreamYard background. Let me know. I can share it. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. 808. Yeah. Email it to me, dude. If you don't know my email, I'd throw it up there, but I want to see it. I'll use it. 808 if you want to on my background, you can advertise on it if you want. I don't mind.
If you don't want it, send it to me. I'll put it on.
Send it to Kai. You can send it to Kai, but both of us we're sharing streams. So if you want to send it to him. Hey, BMAC, Aerial Visuals. Hey, how you doing? But hopefully you guys are interested in seeing the Zino too. So I'll get this out of the box. Guys, I know a lot of you guys have seen it unboxed and that kind of thing. There's not a lot, but I want you to get my impression of holding it because I've held toy drones. I've had every DJI drone except for the Inspire series. And I dang near, guys, I like Brian Singleton did not too long ago. I almost bought an Inspire 1 V2. They were like $900 with a single battery. And some of them they were selling with 2 controllers. And of course you got the base camera in it. And I was so close to buying it and I just didn't. And I kicked myself for not doing it because there would have been a lot of work about keeping the old batteries running, but it might have been worth it. So, but I think the version 2 is going to come down way down in price because isn't the version 3 out now? I think there's a version 3 coming. So Inspire is, it is what it is. So, but yeah, 808. I didn't know you were a graphic artist, so send one to me. I'd like to see you. Oh, he says he's just joking. No. Oh, let's see. Let's see here. 808, you got to know that I'm like, I have to, I deal with kids all day and I have to answer every freaking question. So when you say something, I'm going to freaking answer it with a straight face. And then, of course, I'll find out I'm being had after a while. So I meant to say, keep an eye on the battery amperage for many cycles. Oh, gosh. Battery deviation. We're going to definitely talk about that.
Here we go.
Yeah. Battery deviation. We might even spend a whole live stream talking about it. I'm going to talk. We'll talk. I think we should set the tone for battery deviation today. And then I think we should go in depth on it. I'm definitely going to do a full video on battery deviation. I'm sure somebody else is going to go out there. But if you're not flying with a product like this, let me just air data. If you're not using a product, this is a free product. So let me see here. Okay. So there's the two right there, HD Sync and air data. If you're not using one of those products, and you're flying DJI, you're missing out on really good information.
Air data just teamed up with Autel too.
Oh, then that even makes it better. So I'm just telling you, if you're not, one of the things, if you're doing your 101 certifications, one of the things that asks you you have to have a flight log, and air data takes care of that for you. It takes care of 90% of your flight log, except for your pre-check stuff. And I think can you purchase a subscription and put that in there? I can't remember if that's in there. So, but, I did make one. I was talking to Hakara. All right. I get mixed up in your conversation. So guys, when you put your stuff up on the chat, I just answer it. So I get into those private conversations, but all right. I'm still trying to find that here. I'm going to keep those pictures up right there. I'm still looking for the, there we get that up there. I'm still looking for that freaking thing. Here, hold on. I'm gonna here we go here.
That's pretty bad when the nurses start laughing at you when you try to correct them.
Let's see, home.
I don't know what this conversation is all about, but that's
yeah. Will you get into that conversation and see if you can find out what freaking the heck is going on? Oh man, I've got to drink the thermogenic fuel today.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I thought we cut you off the energy drinks.
I've got to drink these because I got to get a haircut later, and I just don't think by the time we're done at 5:30ish that I'm going to have my 3 hours of drink out of my system. So anyway, there'll be plenty of it in there if I did that. So I promised my daughter. I said, hey, will you drive me to get my haircut? But then she'd have to sit there and wait because, guys, I need a haircut. I need a haircut bad. So I need a haircut.
You know why men don't have bad hair days?
No.
As long as it's still there, we're perfectly happy with it. Who cares what it freaking looks like?
We call it any hair days. Let's see if I'm trying to.
Oh, Ivan.
Ivan in the house?
Yep.
Where's Ivan? There we go. Hi, Ivan. How you doing? Bulgaria, Sophia in the house. Did I say Ray Kelly? Yeah, Ray Kelly's been here for a while. Ivan,
yeah.
We're still flying minis here, so don't freak out because I'm going to show you there's no competition here, but we're definitely going to put the mini up against it because I hike. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to hike with this ever. Never going to hike with it. And you wonder why I never bought one because I'm not going to hike with it. But it doesn't mean it isn't a low-cost 4K version of if to get really good high quality photos. So
I hate to break it to you, but nothing surprised me about your purchases anymore.
I know. This was definitely a knee-jerk purchase. I was just looking through eBay, and then suddenly Zino 2 Plus, $499. I'm like, that's as low as it's going to get. So, Oh man, he just said the B word on my freaking channel. Let me see here. Let's see. Where did Kai just go? Kai just disappeared? Oh man, the man. He said Voldemort. So you can't say Voldemort here. I gotta find. How can I? Here, I gotta go back. I gotta go in the back door here. Here, a little back door entry coming
Whoa,
here.
whoa. Easy, buddy.
All right, backdoor computer wise, a little backdoorish action. Yeah, okay. Oh, I hate that this here. Okay, this is what I got to do. I just got to bite the bullet and put up my other. I have to put up my other Google
Bite
account.
the bullet and take it in the back door.
No, I just gotta. I gotta do it the easy way here. Hold on here. I put the new link up. Why is that not? There we go. It finally showed up. All right. Okay. So this is my my teacher account, but I'm gonna put up something for you guys to see. But this is called a VR classroom. This is what I did the other day. So I want you to see it. So here it is. I don't care if you see my name. It's all good.
Wait till Christmas after all. He's going to break out the Mavic Mini this weekend.
All right. I know you guys are interested in school. Okay. All right. Here we go. So this is my virtual classroom right here. And here it comes. So if you want to know the world that I live in, I know it's slow. My computer's slow as crap. This thing should load like in a second. All right. There it is right there. There's my virtual classroom. You like that? So if you want to know where I'm at every day, there it is right there. And this is virtual because you can go and you can click on it and move it around. Okay, there you go. There's my desk back there. And there's Albert Einstein. Of course, I'm related to him. That's my family. Those are all my family pictures right there. And let's see, we got to get this side here, but it's virtual.
Or wishful thinking.
Check this out. Watch this. You click on the doorway. I'm not going to click on that. If I click on the doorway, a video is going to play, and you know my computer can't handle that. But like, there's my virtual books right there. There's the kids' books. So they can click on the desk, and my Atlas of U.S. History shows up. Check that out. There it is, right there. And you can just page through it. You like that? Look at that. Check that out. Look at how slow it's animating. Oh, crap. That's terrible. Guys, that's what I'm working with computer-wise here. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. Okay, so anyways, that's what I do, guys. This was what I worked on this week. I got two websites I worked on. And here's my Cold War page right here. So when we get to the Cold War, this Kai would appreciate this one right here. And what is that a piece of right there? Right there. Come on, Kai. Tell me.
Let's see. That big ass wall that went right through the middle of Berlin.
That's right. That's the Berlin Wall right there. Kai used to guard that thing, right? He used to guard buildings out there.
No, I worked for the U.S. Army in Berlin.
No, Kai was in East Germany, and yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So Kai, how's your connection? What's your connection with the Berlin Wall and the connection to 1989? All right, here we go.
Well,
this could take a while.
I worked in Berlin for the U.S. Army Security Police.
Yep.
We were an entire battalion of Germans, but we were part of the Berlin Brigade. And we pretty much took care of all facilities the Americans had in Berlin. Army facilities. There was an Air Force, Temple Airport was Temple, and there was an Air Force base. We didn't deal with them, but anything else.
Kai, can I ask you a question? I'm actually going to use this. I'm actually going to do this. Could I use that photograph that you've shared with me and put it into my website?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to ask him that. He actually has a really cool photograph. I think I have, you've shared it with me, but let me see if I can put that up. I'm not very fast at getting this stuff launched here, guys. I have to go here. Let me just go back to my regular stream here so we can chat, but I'll find that photograph and I'll put that up because it's in my mail here, but, it's in our correspondence mail and I know it's there. I know I've downloaded the picture too. It just might take me a minute to go into Google Photos, so I just wanted to do that. And then we'll open up the Zino. I know you guys are waiting for that thing. Everybody wants to see the freaking Zino. Zino 2.
Well, I
Greatest.
get the book that picture was.
Oh, you got it faster than me? Go get it then if you can
Well,
find
I've
it
got
fast.
the book right
Oh,
here.
there we go. Show it to us. There we go. Here, we'll let Kai do it. Here, let's put him on the big screen here so he can show us the.
So that's.
Oh, I want to do it the opposite way, so let's go it that way. Oh crap! Add to stream. Wrong. Okay, we got him back up. Okay, I think I need to flip it. I think I can flip it this way. There we go. That's what I wanted to do right there. Okay, show us that. I'm still learning. So show us that book again here. So this is Kai. He's a historical figure. Okay, he's like, there it is right there. See him right there? That's Kai standing in front of what now? What building is that?
That was called Andrews Barracks.
There we go, Andrews Barracks. Now, he wasn't standing there in 1945. What year was it when you were standing there?
This was in from all I'm guessing, it's around 1990 when that picture was
1990. Taken. So that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Somebody actually had this picture and it showed up on Facebook with where it was referenced to be in this book.
Uh-huh.
And I just went online and I found the book somewhere for like $12, $13. So I ordered it, and sure enough, on page 184, there it is.
I might even have to get the book. How much is the book?
The book was like
20 bucks? 12 bucks?
I think I put $12 or $13.
I might just buy the book because then I'll get the good photograph. Sometimes it's hard to get a good shot. All right. Okay, Kai, you ready for this? You ready for the big freaking unboxing, unveiling? Let's do this.
Big unboxing.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, actually, that's not what we want to do. I have to put it on my screen here, so let's figure this one out. Guys, I am so freaking slow at this. Yeah, we're going to have to do this here. I'm going to have to do one of these things like that. Here. Come on, put that over there. I can't do that. Can't do that. Here, I'll just do this. All right, let's go even. Even Steven. There we go. All right, okay. So there's the box. This is as good as an unboxing we'll look at it. But I did obviously take the plastic off. I took it off last night. Guys, I'm like a kid in the candy store anytime a drone shows up. So, and almost everybody's seen the unboxing. So one of the things for sure that is very interesting is the controller. But there are some things about it that really, I don't know. I think that they saved cost on in the plastic. Look on the back. You see that? That's a very, very cheap way of.
Yeah, thing's going to push all the buttons on the side of your phone.
Yeah. So this right here is a inexpensive way of making that. But the battery, the weight, it's got a full size or digital readout on it. So it's got some good things about it. Gimbal adjustment.
Do you have a PY or a tablet holder or something that you can stick in there?
No, this can't fit. There's no way a tablet could fit in there. You'd have to use a adapter. Oh,
the tablet holder that has that metal base that you stick in there, so you don't.
You could do that.
Pushed on your phone.
Because he's talking about those two rubber things in there. They'll push on your buttons, on your phone button, especially with the. But the couple of great things. I really like the antennas. They're nice and big. They're nice, robust antennas. I don't care if they're mostly plastic, but I was really impressed with that. The controllers, the sticks,
the antennas just have a piece of wire coming out of them.
Right, and that plastic
inside of them. The plastic itself don't do anything for the function of the antenna.
But yeah, they're just dipole antennas. They're just 5 and 2.5 gigahertz. Does this have diversity? I don't know if it has it. Yeah, it probably has to because one for video and one for control. But it's got a programmable function button.
You see that black wire sticking coming out through the hinge in there.
The what now?
If you look inside the hinge, there's a black wire coming through.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you see it. Yeah, right there.
That's the actual antenna. It's a black wire.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. So this I've seen. If Drone Worship was around, he's actually did mods on the antennas for these. You can do a mod on the control side and really boost the antennas. I wonder if a Four Hawks would work on here. Okay, I wouldn't even throw a Four Hawks on here. I'm just going to tell you right now, if you get to putting Four Hawks on stuff, stay with the DJI product. Okay, right. Okay, so, but this is going to be for what it is. It's got decent range from what I've heard, and it looks, I don't know, I mean, this is a pretty good feeling, robust controller. I've felt a lot of these toy controllers, and this does have some heft to it. There's good electronics in here, is my guess. So. It says, how does the Zino compare to the Mini 2 in quality of video? I don't know, Ivan, and I'm going to find that out. This one is going to have to fight against the Evo. The Evo has technically the possibility of flying further if it had OcuSync, which it doesn't have. So I'm guessing, my guess is this is going to have probably as good of transmission quality as the first Mini. That's what I'm going to guess with the way the antennas are set up. So we'll find out. So, $14.99 on Banggood for this, yeah, probably. but there you go. There's the controller. Let's just get into let's look at the drone and get the real. We want to know the nuts and bolts of this thing. But one of the things about the drone is that it's heavy. It's really heavy. This is not a light quad. What were you saying? How many grams? 900, something like that. 900 grams, something like that. It's big. It's a lot. So I don't know. What's 900 grams in pounds? Tell me. I don't know. 2 pounds? No, this is heavier than that. This is heavier than 2 pounds. It's freaking heavy. But not bad. Let me just go ahead and take the cardboard off of it. But right away, these arms fold out better than the Evo. Sorry about that, 808. These actually fold out and stick really hard. But it's not an Evo, so don't think it. Don't even think that I've said it's an Evo yet. Okay, it's not. Just because of the price. Done. No sensors. Can't even compare it that way. But I would say for like form factor, it does have an Evo-like weight. So, but these things really pop out. I don't like the sound when you like move it around. It just has the, hear that? Can you hear that? That's plasticky, but it's not. It doesn't feel plasticky. So let's go ahead and just get fold it out. But this thing folds out rugged, so it folds out good that way. And the arms don't want to come back. So hopefully the drone comes back. All right, okay, joke. And then there's the battery right there. There's the size of the battery, and this says 380 mAh, 3800 mAh at 15.2 volts. And we had a little bit of discussion about that, but nice. That's a hefty battery, but this does not weigh as much as an Evo battery. An Evo battery is 4,700. This is a full 1,000 mAh less than an Evo battery, a 4S battery. But it does snap in there really, really hard. So that's a good thing. Last but not least, camera. Probably the most impressive thing about it is the way the gimbal, and it's all black, hard to see. The way the gimbal is, it's not bad. The camera feels, it's a metallic housing for the camera. So that's metallic. This is it has 4K 60. The biggest problem is going to be its stabilization. These 3 sensors down here, well, there's actually 2 sensors. You've got a sonar, and then you've got an optical sensor. I have never seen this drone still. And obviously, what I'm saying, where in its hover at when it's close to you, that it wasn't moving around. So that is going to definitely be a factor when we start flying it, though. But there it is. There's its me just move it back here so you can see it from that standpoint right there. And then I'll put a, let's put a 6-inch quad next to it. We're going to put the Croc next to it. So there's its comparison to the Croc. So I got my wife is calling me. She may have COVID. You like that? All right. Yeah, she's getting tested. Here we go. Hold on. Hello? Live stream. I had to head her off the pass. What can I help you with?
I just wanted you to give me something to eat.
I'll get you something to eat.
Well, I just need a little something till Amelia gets dinner. I'm starving right now.
You're starving? All right.
I've eaten all day.
All right. What do you want?
Just give me some cheese and a couple crackers.
Gotcha. I can do that.
Bye.
All right. So there you go, Kai. All right. So you know that's not something.
Do your husbandly duties and bring your wife some crackers.
But there you go. So let's go 6-inch, and so 6-inch, Mr. Croc, guys. This thing hauls freaking. Okay, I love this thing. Okay, so Mr. Croc right here. This is screaming fast, Mr. Croc. Next to, and we'll put the size up there. So this would be a 7-inch. Okay, if it would be a FPV. So you FPV guys out there, this would be a 7-inch quad. If it were to be maybe even bigger than a 7-inch as far as its wingspan. So, but I'm not going to pick on it until I fly it. And until I fly it, I'm not going to be subjective about it. I'm going to let it tell its own story. But guys, I paid $499 for this beast. So
yeah, when I got the message from you that you bought a Zino 2 Plus, I thought he'd been drinking all day or something.
I definitely was insane when I did it, but I'll show you what is kind of interesting next after I go and take care of my cheese and cracker duties. But pretty interesting. Guys, I'll tell you where they saved money in a second. So we'll go why it's $499 and that, but it's $600. I don't know. I think I'd buy a Mavic Pro Platinum if I could find one for $600 or $700. I'd buy maybe a Mavic Air, but this is 4K 60, guys. So if it's 4K 60 and it gives me good quality 4K 60 for $499, you can't tell me you're not interested now, because that's quite a beast of a here. Let me put the camera down on it while I go take care of cheese and crackers here. But there it is right there. But there we go. There's its first test. Right there.
Test.
All right. So let's put that on top there.
Broke the antennas off the controller day one.
Yeah, no kidding. That's exactly what have happened first. So there it is right there.
I'll put the remote somewhere where it don't go flying.
All right. You don't want me to balance it right there? No. Let's put it back here. I'll be sitting back here anyways. Put it over. You see it right there? There we go. So there it's there. But I think guys, I need to give it a shot. I need to give it a chance. And that's why I bought it. So $499. And the last time I looked for that price, there were none left. I'm just telling you right now.
You go take care of your husbandly duties there, and we'll be talking about some FPV stuff.
All right, I'll be right back, guys. Thank you, Kai.
Since you're all back on the GPS drones, but new product release this week, I guess, was the Radio Master TX12 radio. I think that's a very promising looking thing. I'm actually thinking about ordering one. I'm actually using the little Free Sky X-Lite. I don't like the TX16. Too many buttons on it. Too much stuff that can break. But I think the Radio Master is going to be a good choice, being future proof for a beginner. You can start just with the FR Sky receivers, and then you can work your way up to Crossfires or whatever module you want to pop in the back, because there's a full JR module on the back. Yeah, Futaba is great, but they're a little pricey. BNT, I had the Tango 2. I actually got rid of it because the display on that is tiny. I mean, the advantage, and that's why I went with the X-Lite. It runs on OpenTX, and with OpenTX Companion, you can program the whole controller on a computer, and you don't have to read no little bitty screen. And unfortunately, that is not possible with the Tango 2 at this point. Now, there's some talk about code name TBS Mambo, where TBS is working with Radio Master for the next generation radio with them. And that would be some I'd be interested to see what they come up with. The size is actually pretty good on the Tango 2. The screen itself is just too small. So on whoever is here in Texas, December 19th, we'll be in a flying get together out at Canyon Lake. If you want to join us, get a hold of me, and we'll work out the details. I mean, we've got a few Texas guys here. I hope, Ben, you can make it this time. I know you had some come up last time around. And let's see, what else do we have? Well, we've got this new DJI FPV thing in official release. Well, Ray, you just need to come to Texas. I mean, I know you're down there in Florida and all, but come to Texas sometime. They're pretty friendly folks over here too. And yeah, Chris, you need to just get a spare flight controller for the Tiny Hawk. Well, Dad, you looking good.
This is how I have to go visit. You have to go visit your wife these days. So, oh boy, I hope she couldn't get a test, guys. That's how bad it is getting there. She went to go get a test, and I mean, guys, we're school teachers, and she couldn't get one until Sunday. So yeah, let me get this thing off. Obviously, I don't need it, but I wear these all day. I so hate it. Oh man. Okay. All right, we're starting back here. Hey, I see Ben showed up. Woody Drones in the house. Man, we have a full freaking house today. All right. Hold on here. Let me get these things in. There we go. Ben T, Woody Drones, Michael Blade. Holy crap, the freaking gang's all here.
Can you fix the screen layout, please?
Where's my sound?
No, he broke it.
Where's my sound, guys? Can you hear me?
I
can't hear you. Let's see here. Do you hear? I can't hear anybody. What the frick happened? Okay, let's do that. Let's stop sharing the screen. Let's do that. Are you there?
Headphones work.
Here, I got to check. We got to check some technical issues here. I just got to make sure I got sound coming out there. Logic tab. Let's see. You got that audio. Hello, hello. Oh yeah, it says it's there. Okay. My earpieces. That's probably what's going on. I probably got. Let's see. Speaker. That's what happened here. I must have. There. Can you hear you guys now?
Can you hear me?
Nope. Right there. Okay, that's that. Let's go speakers. Let's see. Right there. Are you there?
I'm here.
Nope.
I guess I
Kai,
could.
you're freaking still on, man.
I guess I could just
Let's see what I did.
On my lips and not say a word and just let them go.
Remove my.
Oh, now he did it. And that much for Dead Random today.
Let's see. This has happened before, so let's go down here.
You had it in your audio input or something.
Playback.
Too much
Speakers. That
technology.
should be right. No sound.
Can you hear me now?
Oh boy. You've got to be there.
You're on the wrong sound card.
It's up there good. StreamYard's good. Kai, you're still fine as far as if you can you hear me, Kai? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, all right. So I just can't hear. All right. Camera's good. Audio. All right. This is the first time this has ever happened. It just died.
Did you unmute yourself?
Okay. This here, what I did was, I'm not muted. But what I did was, I put my audio on my computer. So it's not going into my headphones. So there's a headphone glitch going on right here into my audio. So, but I can hear you fine. So,
can you?
Yeah, I can. Well, I have to hear. I'm listening to you through my computer speaker right now.
Okay. Well, don't take your headphones off. You look silly.
Yeah. Well, I got to get that. I got to get that working right. So, guys, that's just troubleshooting 101. Let's see if I can get that to get back here. So there's that. There we go. Now I can hear it. Now you're on headphones again. Oh, all right. Now I just got to
get that out of the way.
Yeah. I just got to get our sound back down now so it's not so loud. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about that. That just, I don't know. Maybe I moved funny, but it just disconnected for some strange reason. All right. Okay. So what were you guys hanging out about when it comes to FPV?
I was talking about the new Radio Master transmitter that they're coming out with, the TX12. Be a good little starter radio. Right now it's selling for about $70.
Okay.
It's a skimmed down Radio Master TX16, but
this is deal season for sure. If you're going to look for any of those, people are putting their old gear up for sale, and you have to take advantage of it. One good way to get in is to basically get in with used gear, and there's nothing wrong with used gear. Just make sure that
this is a brand new one. This is some Radio Master just come out with.
Yeah. Would you buy a Radio Master before you'd buy a like an Emax controller with their basic D6, D8 or D8, D16?
Of course I would.
Yeah, so that's what you got to think about is.
I mean, Radio Master is what I would call like future proof.
Yeah.
Even 12 now they're coming out with. It has the JR bay on the back to where you can put a Crossfire or Tracer or Ghost module on the back and fly those better protocols. Now they skimmed out on the internal. The Radiomaster the 16 has 4 chips in it, where the 12 only has 1. But the one does the FR Sky receivers, the D8 and the D16. So you get those covered.
Ivan was wondering if I could. Like I said, the biggest thing with FPV controllers is you want it to be able to control all of your gear, and that's or like future proofing, meaning that you know that whatever you want to buy in the future, there's going to be a model that's going to be supported by whatever your receiver is. And that's really important. If you want to be in the FPV hobby, you've gotta, think ahead. And then sometimes you just get caught, technology is going to change and, everybody's going to be definitely looking digital. We'll see what this FPV crossover thing is that they're creating, but Ivan wants me to strap or glue my Mini on the back of the big white drone. Let's think about that right now, because of course my mind is working evil. So check this out. Here is the Mini. Okay, love it. It's tiny, guys. Nobody can look at the Mini and go, "Oh, that's a mean drone." Guys, I would fly this in a flock of people, but I wouldn't. But if I could, nobody would be afraid of this. This is literally something like, "Oh, cute! Look at the little drone." Everybody like, "Oh." Guys, if I took this out in a flock of people, I would scare the living crap out. Hey, thank you, Gary. Appreciate it. Gary Sprinkler Repair dropping 4 bones. This thing would chop. I would literally, if there was a flock of kids up there, it would chop through those kids like they were mowing hay. Okay, this thing is scary, but I love it too. Okay, but this is 6-inch. Remember, this is closer to 7-inch right here. Maybe bigger than 7-inch. I guess if I really measured it, it would probably be maybe closer to 8-inch, and she would love that, wouldn't she? Okay, all right. But 6-inch beast.
All she wants right now is crackers.
The crackers? Yeah. I know. Okay, I was going to do one more thing, and then I'm going to dispense with the Zino talk because we got a lot of things we got to do yet. Okay, but Gary Sprinkler Repair, thank you so much. Let me just put him up there. I also got a chat from way back here. From 808. So I really appreciate that. So thank you. Has anyone purchased from banggood.com scared slightly? I get lots of advertisements from Banggood, but I have not, I haven't wanted to go there because I haven't had to, but you can find good deals. So here's what Ivan wants to see. Could you strap this thing? Yes, you could, because the props would clear it. No problem.
Well, then you need to have some sort of mechanism that would release one from the other.
You have to worry about GPS too. So I would strap it to the bottom like this.
Yeah, but then you screw up the GPS on the Mini. Now, what you need is a release mechanism.
I'm not going to
fly out with one and then deploy the other.
Kai thinks I could probably put this on top of the Mini and it might lift off. Do you think? No, it doesn't have it doesn't have a chance. This is like pounds. So
yeah, but the Zino will lift the Mini, so you can use the Zino to deliver the Mini out. Save the battery on the Mini, and then take off with the Mini and do whatever you need to do.
Extra range.
Yeah.
Guys, no, we're not going down that wall. We're not going down that freaking evil hole right there.
And then you just ditch the Zino out in the desert somewhere.
So little. Guys, I could put the Mini inside of the gimbal cover.
You got your drone retrieval system in good working order, right?
I mean, this is like bus, not quite Evo 2 bus size, but Evo 2 has got a little bit more bus to this one. Plus, it feels better in your hands when you're holding an Evo. It just okay. I'm here. Okay, here's how they save money. Here we go. This is important for you guys to see. Look at how the plastic is connected. You see that? You see that plastic right there? You see how there's a seam right there? How many seams do you see on the build of this? And the answer is you don't. That's not a seam. That's a detail. They don't exist. When they built this, they built it to be freaking cool. This one was built to be less expensive, but that's what you're gonna get for $4.99. Okay, what? Oh, you can buy this for $4.99. These guys are battling uphill against the evil empire, but this has got a 35-minute flight time. We're gonna definitely put the Mini against the.
It just occurred to me. I just figured out why you bought the Zino.
Why? Airdrops.
It's got that Star Wars black and white.
Doesn't it look kind of cool? Got that
little black strip there across the front. Yeah,
looks like it, doesn't it?
Has a little stormtrooper quality to it.
I mean, guys, you could have put an LED here. You could have done a lot of cool things. Okay, more money once again. This thing, you can change the color of the LED. You can give it multiple colors. I can put my channel colors in there. But remember, they're different, and we're not going to beat this up. We're gonna get it out there. We're gonna fly it, and we're going to give it a shot. It has to have a chance. And definitely, I'll bring it up. I'll tell you what my, I'll definitely do a first impressions video, and that'll be my first flight. Okay, here's another way it saves money. Right now, look at the accessories pack. Very cheaply put together, but remember, it's saving you money in the long run. Here are your different connectors. I cannot use this connector with the way if you have a cover on your iPhone, this thing will not. This lightning will not connect into my drone. It won't, because my cover interferes with it. So if I take it out of the cover, which I will, if I'll fly with it outside of the cover, and this, I actually bought this cover so it wouldn't interfere with this. It still has trouble connecting. No, it does. It connected. Sorry. There we go. So that'll work. That's an iPhone connector, so it will work. That clicks in there. I do have a spare just in case. And here is the coup de grace. This is what really disappointed me when I went into the kit. I'm like, all right, they're saving money. This is where they really saved money. And I'm not saying that they needed to not save money, because quite honestly, what do you need for a charger? But this is how they basically did it. Here, hold on here. I got to get the. So this is your very inexpensive, very cheap wall charger right there. There it is. This is I bet you this is a 12-volt connector right there. That's my guess. And this is the piece that they sell with it that plugs in here. So you'll basically plug this into your battery. This is another 12-volt extension.
Look on the label on the power supply and see what the output is on it.
12 volts. Good guess. Dad random. 3 amps, 12. I can charge batteries with this. for my FPV, for my battery charger. This is a 12-volt, 3 amp output. This will run my battery charger.
Yeah, I need it right here. So then they're stepping it up to 16 volt or whatever for the battery.
Yeah.
So you lose some of the amperage to gain the volts.
36 watts. So, but there it is right there. So this plugs in, and then you've got your USB-C, and then there's your battery. It's just a very simple way of doing this. And one of the things you have to ask yourself is, do you want your drone's cost to go into its charger if you don't need to spend this much money? And I would say, to keep the price of the drone down, you kind of need to do this. And now they give you a whole bag of props with screws, with blue Loctite on them. And then, of course, because they love you so much and they wanted to take care of you, they protected your screwdriver with a condom. So right there, it's got a little mini condom on it. so it doesn't get the drone pregnant while it's in the box.
If you mistake that for a condom, you really worry me.
There we go. Look at that. It's not even a Phillips screwdriver. They actually use a standard screwdriver to drive in Phillips screws. I learned that in shop class that's not very smart. So, but yeah, that's what they did. So, oh well.
Can you pull that shank out and reverse that thing?
No, it's not reversible. Good idea. Good. Yeah, it's not. That's it. So,
standard.
yeah. So, well, you can do it. I mean, it's this, but the screws are not slotted for that. Usually there's a double slotted. Obviously, it'll work, but I would use the correct size. But the props are pretty good size. This is definitely the size of a
We have another new arrival, Bob Casey, in the house.
So there's your prop right there, and if I could measure it, it's probably 8 inches, probably 8 inches, maybe. Pretty good size. So all right, but that's it, guys. That's where they say.
I only know how to read a tape measure.
So all right. So anyway, I'm not disappointed with that, and maybe I should go. Should I leave it here or should I charge it? I want to fly it today. I'm not. It's getting dark, so I'm not flying it. So I'll just save it. But yeah, I like the form factor's fun. It's nice. It's a little behind the times the way that there's not a lot of. They didn't spend a lot of time designing it for what I would consider to be new or different than anybody else. I get but gimbal guard, good quality camera, but 60 guys, 4K 60, and if you look inside here, there's clear. It's rubberized and it's very clear, and it's in there nice. It's got a really good dampening system. And it just feels like a good camera. It's definitely they didn't waste their time here. They did put some time into making this camera work. So we'll see. We will see. We will see. I will take it out hopefully this weekend and bring it to a good location where there's really beautiful scenery. And I'll give it the best chance of taking the best video at the best time of day. We'll give it a shot. So there it is, the $499 Zino 2 Plus. So, and if you want to have an unboxing or you want to know about all the other stuff about it, go to Captain Drone. He did a bunch of detailed flight modes. I don't know if I'll go through flight modes. I'm definitely going to just fly it, and then I'll start looking at the app. One thing that was impressive with the app here, this will be the last thing. We got to freaking stop talking about this thing. This is the one thing I was impressed with the app. They tried to be just like the Evo. Let me see if I can see how to pair devices. Let's go enter main interface. There we go. Watch it. Let's see if it starts up. No, it played a very pretty graphics. And it's not playing it right now, but I don't know. It's got a pretty nice. It says calibrate. You're not connected. All that stuff, but the video that it plays before you turn on the Evo 2 Kai.
Yeah.
That kind of
that animated screen.
Yeah, it did that the first time I opened it up, and it's not doing that right now. So it's not giving me that beautiful animated screen thing. So, and maybe it'll do that when it's connected. So we'll see if it does that. But there it is. I'm just trying to I'm just clicking through it just to see. It says, like to access your photos. Yes, allow. We'll let it access my photos. But collections.
Right now, it's time to say thank you to Gary's sprinkler repair.
Yeah, Gary, thank you so much. Is he taking off?
No. He just threw you in a
wow.
jet more.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Gary. I really appreciate that. Holy crap. That's 2, man. That's definitely way above and beyond the Call of Duty. So, guys, the one thing I'm definitely going to say about our channel is we're never going to ask you for any money. We're also not going to we're not going to turn this into a pay site. I think that's something that's a really bad thing. That's going in the wrong direction. I don't like that. We're taking YouTube and we're trying to nickel and dime people out of it. I just think that's going the wrong direction. So that's not going to happen here. So don't think that we're going to go, we're not going to go fancy on you. So, and do that. I do have a Patreon site. I just made one for the heck of it. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know.
Ben T just made a contribution to your wife dinner fund too.
Thank you. Thanks, Ben. Thank you so much. And I do appreciate it. The other thing is, should we talk about, Kai, I want you to kind of drive this next bus. Should we go to DJI FPV yet? Should we go look at that thing? Do people want to hear about that? What we think? We like FPV. Should we talk about it?
We both like FPV, but the thing that everything I'm seeing so far is FPV-ish.
Yeah, let's look at this puppy. Here, let's put this up on here. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get it up online here. Now, this is I know a lot of these pictures are pictures that you guys are already familiar with. So, but this one is a good one. Let's share this one. This is a good screen share here. But there it is flying. I think that's probably one of the most important pictures that they showed us. The angle of attack. Does it look like it's flying like an FPV drone to you, Kai?
No.
Yeah, and it isn't. It's flying. So we know that it's going to fly. It's going to fly more traditional.
If you look at the other picture they have published with it in the open box, you can actually see that the motors are slightly leaned forward. So in order for it to be upright, it has to be in an angle.
Right.
Which I'm not quite sure what the reasoning behind that is. This is not going to be your traditional FPV setup. This is going to be, like you said, a crossover. I call it a hybrid, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be stabilized. It's going to have a camera on it that's probably moving with the forward tilt of the aircraft itself.
He wants me to find it. I'm looking for all the photographs of the angle. Of course, we've seen this picture. I'm just looking at the Verge's pictures. Now, this is a lot like the Tango 2 design, probably a direct copy. Yeah. He's got the goggles. Of course, we haven't seen anything about it being allowed to be purchased as a bind and fly without the goggles. It's got to come in that version. Let me see if I can find other photographs of it. These are all Verge stuff.
Those are all the photographs that I know about it at this point.
Yeah. I'm
trying on a keyboard with a bunch of notes on it.
Yeah. Let me see if I can go and find that. That's a good one right there. I think this is the box cover is a really good photograph. You can see now. What we can't see is this, can you see the lens there? My guess is that is a 180 degree lens like on the Instago. So you're going to get like the Parrot Bebop, you're going to get 180 degree foot cropped in video where they can basically give you the optical stabilization. I believe I'm thinking on I don't even think 2-axis. It's going to be you're going to be able to adjust the camera angle, and then we think optically stabilized. So that looks like a curved lens. And the camera is going to be awesome.
I'm thinking it's going to stabilize the horizon, meaning it's keeping that, looking forward to whatever pitch you're having.
Yeah. Here, let me go grab my Instago so you can see the front of it really quick.
It's going to be different. It's going to have proprietary batteries on it, and it's not going to be cheap.
All right. Now,
And
you now this lens is, guys, this lens is definitely smaller. This is just a 1080. We're looking probably at something that's 2K or better on the craft. But let's look at really quick at the Instago lens, and I want you to see what I'm seeing. So here's the Instago lens. Now, do you see that? You see where you're getting that? This is a curved lens,
yeah,
and it's a 180-degree field of view. And of course, this one has a covering to help protect it. But that really reminds me of that lens, but a bigger version of it. This thing has amazing stabilization, but it lacks detail. Anytime you start moving things around and you start cutting into the video, you're going to lose its ability. So we're thinking probably not 4K, probably not. I don't think this thing is going to be 4K. Definitely, I'm thinking 2K 60. It has to have 60 FPS to pick up the detail and being able to crop it. So that's my guess. That's what we're thinking. That's what Kai and I have kind of talked about.
I'm thinking it's going to be higher than 60 frames per second. Because the current DJI system is on 120 frames per second.
Okay, so let me just move it up quicker. So there's the lens, but it's eerily similar to this lens. DJI is known to copy things. These companies tend to cannibalize each other. So my guess is it's probably going to have the same type of software. And you never know. This could be a collaboration, but I highly doubt it. You just never know. If it's an Insta360 DJI collaboration, highly doubt it. More than likely a case of stolen technology. So they don't steal it. They just borrow it. So. But
yeah, they're not worried about patent loss over there.
Hey, the cinematic crowd would want 24 FPS. Now, if you watch that, guys,
you can always down it to 24 frames per second. But right now, the DJI system, what's being broadcast to your goggles is actually 720p, 120 frames per second.
Right.
And then it records the air unit at 1080, 60 frames per second.
I didn't even, I've never heard that from you. So you're thinking that that is the goggles. That's its transmission rate, 120. That makes sense. That's why you're getting such good video with the 720 from your goggles, because it's just refreshing that so fast.
And then you combine that with the new 50 megabit transmission rate.
So one of the things that if you watched, I know I put that video out, not a lot of people are interested in FPV, but this really helps us understand what DJI is thinking about. This camera here, when I put it up against the air unit, now the air unit is basically, I think it's 1080 60 that's coming out of the air unit. This was basically recording in 4K 30. And you could tell that this was lagging behind because I couldn't refresh the screen at the same time. But what I should have done was put this up separately so you could see them running with that, because this really did have really good, large, good quality video. And guys, it is so freaking easy to. Yeah,
you need to throw the Osmo Action on top of that thing, because Osmo Action does the 60 frames per second.
Yeah, I don't have an Osmo Action, but what I'm going to do, guys, I'm probably going to get rid of this. I'm sorry.
I know a guy that you could make you a deal
on an extra Osmo Action. Or are you going to get rid of one?
Yeah, I've got one sealed and boxed.
Oh, okay. I would think about it. We could do a PayPal deal.
But with a charging kit.
Oh, that's right. You bought that. Yeah, I forgot all about that, because I'm going to be I did sell my Osmo Pocket 1, and I'm probably going to sell this because I don't like the workflow. But I do like the workflow of I do like the workflow of the GoPros. So it's just easier. And this is good. I really like it. But to me, it's too many gadgets. There's too many things going on. Even though this has, like, for example, what I really do like about it is wearing it. When you have like the thing and you just walk around with it and you just tap it, that's fun. And it does make for fun videos. So I don't know. We'll see. I've been hanging on to this. I'm not using it like I could be using it. And that's kind of my thoughts on that here. Let's put this back up really quick here.
So Ben has both the Osmo Action and the GoPro 7. So Ben, which one of the two do you prefer?
Yeah, I'm not using optical stabilization, Ben. So my footage was not stabilized, which was pretty impressive. And a GoPro 7, way better. It's going to be way better. You know it. You know it's going to be better. What the freak here? Got to move that. There we go. I had to fix something there. But let's see. I was pulling teeth to get my GP Hero 7 to show up on my PC so I could copy off images. My favorite, Ben, my favorite way to get photographs is still frames, basically cropped still frames from 4K. Unbelievable. My best photographs are that way because you can take a gazillion pictures and then all you do is just post-produce it. So I prefer the GoPro stabilization and image quality. So I don't know the difference, Ben. I don't know the Osmo. I think, I just don't know.
It's interesting because he's got both, so he has a direct comparison between the two.
Yeah, and I don't. To me, it's going to be good no matter what. It'll be good either way. So I'm just gonna fold the beast up here. I don't know.
That's the Zino, not the Beast. Did you order the Beast too?
No, I didn't order the Beast. But this is a beast. It's not as big now. This is not like holding the Evo. When you're holding the Evo, you're holding a beast. I called it the flying school bus. This definitely looks like more like a character from like a stormtrooper for sure. So it's got the stormtrooper look. So well, so guys, $4.99. You can't beat it. So. And I'm not judging it until I fly it. So I just am not going to pass judgment on it. There's two here, guys. I'm going all in right here. Check this out. When somebody goes all in, here, let me put this up in big screen. I'm going all in when I peel off the plastic on the screen. There it is. Look at that. Nothing better than a nice, freshly peeled plastic coming off of the controller, but you can't tell that the engineers weren't exactly the same.
You still got to have a dozen stickers to pull on the drone itself.
No, I like the stickers on. It makes it easier to sell because it looks more open boxish. Okay, I didn't say that.
So Ben says the low light on the GoPro is better.
Low light here. Let me put this up I'm trying to get this where you can see it a little bit. The low light on the GoPro. Yeah, I don't. I've done a lot of Insta 360 cameras. What the frick here? Get it right there. There we go. I've done a lot of Insta 3, so I know those, and they're terrible in low light. So GoPro.
Well, we got our pickup right here. Gary Sprinkler Repair. Feel that the Phantom Pro 4 V2 is a bit intimidating for me as a novice. I'll need to join a clip and get FAA certified.
I feel the Phantom Pro 4 V2 is a bit intimidating for me as a novice. Yeah, I need to get a job job a club. Oh, to job a club or get FAA certification. I don't know. Me and Kai have been talking about the FAA certification thing. I think we know, and I don't want to get into FAA talk, but it's where it's going, and I'm not gonna tell anybody that they need to get certified or whatever, but it's the way it is. Yeah, every one of you guys can do it, and it's just I think it's going to be an inevitable direction that everybody's going to have to go. Who's online? If you're promoting drones, you're putting up footage there. Even if you're a novice, they've already changed the rules. So literally,
They eventually all gonna have us get some certification of some type.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the 107 for commercial pilots, but there's some sort of certification coming.
Yeah.
I mean, you join in the general airspace.
Yeah. And it's
no different than driving a car. I mean, you want to drive a
right.
car, you got to get a license.
Yeah. And both Kai, you're at, there we go. God, I was feeling uncomfortable because I wasn't looking at Kai. Both Kai and I are both ex semi-pro divers. I think Kai was truly a professional at what he did. Scuba divers. Kai has gone very, very far in the diving world, much further than me. He was into mixed gases. He was into rebreathers. I went as far as dive master. I worked with students. I love teaching, and teaching scuba was fun too. And it's the same thing. You when you learn the right way and you get into the technical aspects of it, you're going to enjoy it more. And that's what we have to have in our mindset. And if you're going to put stuff up on YouTube, it's, you'll probably be fine. You'll probably get away with I think, they're looking for the big rule breakers, the people flying in class B airspace, you can't fly there, guys. You can't fly in class B. It's a freaking, so it's
apparently, YouTube is changing their way of adding advertisements to videos.
Yeah.
And they just changed their partner agreement or whatever you want to call it. And under the new agreement, they can add ads on your video, whether you're monetized or not. If you're not monetized, you're not getting any share of it. But they're still furthering their business on your video.
Right.
Now, the thing that's being tossed around right now is the intent. Did the guy intend to further business with his video? And, Joe Blow that just got lucky and caught some whales humping out in the Gulf or something, and post that on YouTube, and that thing's gone viral. Of course, YouTube's gonna try to get some money out of it and add advertisements to it. But did the guy put it up to further business? No, that was not the intent of that video. So that's the little gray area that they're working with, and not even the folks at the FAA can figure out which way this is going.
And there's no question that people that are on like me and like Kai, we're going to do things the way we need to do them, and that's everything's changing. All the we've been out there. I think the time has come for anybody that's done any, even like the long range flying. Guys, I fly always in class G. I never fly in anything but class G. It's class G all the time. My FPV flights are in class G. My mountain flights are in class G. My distance flights have been in class G, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm still broadcasting over YouTube, and that we need to tighten down the world that we're flying in. And because, and that's it. That's all there is to be said. So to see the 2 mile, and I know I'm the pot calling the kettle black, but to see the 2 mile flights, it's come to an end. And that in the last live stream, when the crap came down on Philly, I was literally, my brain went into overdrive, and that's it. It's over. And everything we do, Kai and I, we work together on this. We've talked about it. We've made extensive discussions on it. We're going to do the hobby right, and we're going to make sure people, with us, know that that's the direction that we're going, and we're still going to have fun. And I'm still going to go out and enjoy the outdoors. I'm still going to go out and push my drones to the legal limit. And I'm going to make sure that it's the legal limit, and that's it. Yeah. And my intent is to do anything that I have up that is stretching the envelope of my certification is coming down. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
thinking, and I don't see the FAA as the big bad wolf in a.
no, I don't either, and I don't either.
They
And that,
they try to work. They try to educate you, and then with some people it bears fruit, with others not so much. And then if you look at general attitude of some people, and I'm not surprised if stiff fines being handed down. I mean, if you look at the kid in Florida, he got called from 2 different offices
right,
over his videos, and he worked it out with them, and he didn't face no ginormous fine. So
so we're, it is what it is. I'm going to continue to fly up the mountains when of course it's going to be, and to the legal limit. And that's what it is. And you have to learn that. And like I said, you see, above me, the remote pilot 101 stuff, guys, the money is worth it. So spend the money, learn what it is to be a pilot and make it right. And that's where it's going. And that's pretty much all we have to say about that. And we're not going to be FAA preachers. So that's it. So that's it.
Ben T nails it here. Key is not to ignore the warnings from the FAA.
Right. So here's Ivan. God, guys, we're still having fun here. Thank God I'm not in the USA. Oh man, Ivan, I love you, man. That's why we
once it does go to that point, you're gonna go broke just fighting it. So
yeah, there's no fighting, guys. There's no fighting. It's all about
win.
Yeah, and think about it. Don't you want to go out when you fly and feel good about flying, and not feel like you're dodging things? And that's kind of the mindset, especially if you live in a place where there's a lot of controlled airspace. I know I'm going to fly my drone in places where there's going to be lots of controlled airspace, and I don't want to not have the ability to fly. And
I'm going to make that middle of controlled airspace.
Yeah. Tell everybody about your airspace and what you go through to fly.
I'm not too far from a military air base here, and
yeah, can you fly there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can fly here. But I actually have an email to a guy at the base, and I will just send him an email what time I intend to fly and what area. And he will come back and tell me whether or not they're active. If they're active, I'm limited to 50 feet. If they're not active, it's 400 feet. So.
And right, they're telling him what he can and he can't do, and they're not limiting the airspace. And a lot of people think that there's just policemen over the airspace. There is, but they don't want you flying into jets, because quite honestly, if an F-16 hits your freaking Mavic or your Inspire, the F-16 will turn that thing into a freaking flaming wreck, and the F-16 will have a tiny dent on it. And the other thing is they're trying to keep you safe by going into like areas where there's live fire activity going on and stuff. I mean, it's just simple things, and the rules are not rocket science.
Well, these guys, they don't have live fire exercises out here, but this is a base where they train the trainers.
Aerobatics, lots of maneuvering, lots of
they buzz over the apartments here pretty low at times. But
and that's it. Yeah.
That's just life living outside an airbase.
Yeah, they have there's highways in the sky. And those highways, from a military standpoint, if you're in the middle of a major military highway, you literally have from I think 1,500 feet down to the surface, you basically have to freaking stay out of there, because they're going to freaking military planes can do what they want. They basically make the rules, And they also are trying to they're defending the country. So of course, low flying is something they do, and they have to learn to do it. So they don't need your stupid freaking Inspire in their way. So just as long as you know where those places are. And so anyway, I think we've kind of exhausted our discussion on that, but we wanted to make sure that you understood that we as a team here, team No Fly Zone, are listening to what's going on, and that's it. We're not gonna I don't care if I watch your video and I put it up. We're putting it up because we enjoy it, and it's a video that makes for a good example for everybody to check out. So it's and we have to do the same thing on the other hand. So things are changing, and they're changing for the right reasons. And hey, Michael, how you doing?
Get a good Part 107 prep course.
Yeah,
there's plenty of them out there.
Yeah, and I don't think the cost is extravagant.
We have one preference.
Yeah, and this is not because of anything, but because of they've got a good track record, and you can. I've heard of people being certified using other sites and learning, and when I learned it, go ahead.
It's no different than the 3 different organizations that we have to certify you for diving, or every state being different for your driver's license. It's still a driver's license. So
hey Kai, would you dive with mixed gas without somebody telling you how to do it?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, and because why? We've both been divers, and guys, if you don't follow the freaking rules of diving, what's the end result?
You're dead.
You're dead. You're carrying your life support with you, and I remember what one of my dive instructors telling me when I was looking for gear. This is what he told me. He said, well, why are you buying that? And I said, I'm buying it because I like it. I think it's cool. He says, no, you should be buying it because it's going to save your life. So that's how kind of how detailed diving was. And I was doing that back when I was in my 20s. This is 30 years ago. I was certified in 1992. And Kai was certified, and he's gone way beyond me. I mean, I went up through Dive Master. He was like, I don't know, what was your last certification? You were like, you're.
No, I'm Dive Master.
Mixed gas.
I'm Dive Master. I'm rebreather.
Mixed
I'm
gas, right?
diver. Mixed gas.
Yeah, deep dive. You go on and on and on. He has to also be a rescue diver too, by the way. So he has to know how to manage a scenario and rescue somebody. You know how long it takes you to get through the rescue diver program? You have to breathe for somebody. You have to take their gear off. You have to manage an accident scene. So we kind of looked at that and we're like, why shouldn't drones be somewhat close to that? I don't think it needs. I don't know. I don't think it needs to be to the extent of that but we're not saving ourselves. We're saving other people, I guess, in the case of drones. But anyway, that's it. That's where I think we should end it. So I think we've done our preaching for the day, and like I said, I want to live the hobby the way it's supposed to be.
I don't even want to preach on the subject. I'm just like to encourage people to if you're going to take this serious, then go get the certificate.
Yeah, if you don't, we don't care. That's we don't care. I'm not going to pass judgment. I flew for a long time. I've been flying for almost 4 years, and we all learn. We all decide where we want to go. And of course, when I was learning this hobby, it was 336, and I believe that the rules are still actually haven't been officially put into, but it's official, unofficial.
There's a little technicality with they took 336 out of the picture and lieu of another program, and that program never really been completely developed. So.
All right, that's enough of that. So, but the guys, thank you for being here today. We're definitely glad you guys keep showing up every week. This has been a really good stream, and I think you can see from the way I'm acting now that I'm stoked about it. I'm excited about the hobby. It's going to move forward. It's going to be fun. I don't want to be the gloom and doom guy that says, oh, the hobby's dead. No, it's not. It's changing, and it's going to change, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be better. And it's going to happen for the right reasons. So, and that's kind of that's, and I'm excited, I'm excited about this stupid thing right here, I'm excited about that thing. I want to fly it, I want to fly that crazy little freaking thing.
I'm not quite sharing your enthusiasm on that thing.
All right. I want to fly it. So
I'm looking at the big ass freaking glider.
Yeah. Guys, like I told you, look on top of Kai right there. He's looking at an 8-foot. Eat more possum, by the way. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for popping in.
Have a good one.
I know a lot of people are popping out, but
thanks for popping in.
But one day Kai's going to get a glider and it's going to be on the back of him, and it's not going to be able to fit in his room unless it has its wings taken apart. Because 8 feet would take, see that picture behind him there? That thing's probably only 6 feet, maybe.
That picture is 6 foot across.
Yeah. So 2 feet longer than that picture. So all the way to the door is the wingspan of the glider he's looking at. And if you want to put a link up on that glider, if you want to see it fly, it is pretty cool. Now the one above me is a different one. I just put it up there because I thought it looked cool, but check that out.
Let me see. Pull this up here real quick. Where to go?
But Zino footage to come, guys, on the way. Ivan's is taken off. See, Ivan, appreciate you popping in. We love Bulgaria, and especially Sofia. And someday, Ivan, I am going to visit there. I'm one of those people that makes goals. I set them, and I'm going to freaking reach it. And I want to go back to Europe, hopefully when this COVID stuff's over. And I would love to go to Bulgaria. I would love to go to Eastern Europe. What the heck? It's probably beautiful. It's probably got beautiful countryside, probably got castles and awesome freaking beer and pretty amazing food. And I'm excited for that. Let's see, Ben T, can I test fly one of those before I buy it? Test fly. Ben, which one is he talking about? The big wing? This thing, I know, I would want to test fly. This, you just buy it and it's a gamble, guys. It's like you roll the dice, and then you just, I'm not like Captain Drone who just literally, he owns every Zino, by the way, and he shows it. He still has every one of them. I wouldn't do that. I'd buy one, sell it, buy one, sell it. And like I said, it's like a Sith Lord. You can't have, two like alpha male drones in the same place, because quite honestly, this drone here, this quad is not an alpha male. It's literally a knight. It's a knight. It's a killer. This is a killer. This thing, you put a sword on it and it goes like that. This thing, this is the truck that hauled the weapons to get the killer armed. Okay. So this thing's a killer. This is like flying a freaking, like a knife edge. Okay. And this is a Scout. So I call this the Scout. This is my Scout. Okay. This is going to freaking scout the area out. And it's going to, it's so small you can't shoot it down. So.
All right. I'm sharing the screen to you.
All right. Here we got. All right. Let's put the screen up. That puppy. Let me take mine down here. Take yours up there. All right. You can add it, can't? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Someday I'll have a computer that can actually run that full speed, like Kai does. That's the 8-footer, isn't it?
Yeah, just over 8 foot. It's actually 98.4 inches.
He has one where they have an Instago on the wingtip. They literally put an Instago vertically on the wingtip, so it was facing the control surfaces, so you can see the freaking all the control surfaces working and the flaps going down. It's cool. It is really cool. Check out the prop on that, and that's fly. They have a 4S battery in there for its launch, and 4S. Well, how long can you fly something like that?
I guess it all depends on how much you glide and how much you actually turn the prop on.
I'd say with the controller, your controller really has a lot of battery life. My biggest problem is the goggles. Assuming you put an FPV, that doesn't have FPV in it, but if I put an FPV system in, the transmission system of the FPV is an absolute freaking power sucker, and you would need probably a 5,000 milliamp
No,
battery,
I
2S
fully,
or
I
2S
fully
battery.
intend to make that thing FPV.
The what?
I fully intend to make that thing an FPV glider. I'm
Um,
I'm going to plop an antenna right on top of the canopy, and that's going to be on a pan and tilt to where I can look left and right and up and down.
okay, I got a couple questions. Now I put up Gary Bauer. He says he's just getting into drones. You sure you want to get into these? Because I'm telling you right now, once you start, you're going to be hooked. And the biggest problem with drones is that once you get hooked, it's going to be a lot of money. and not a lot of money because you can't control the money. It's a lot of money because you don't want to control the money. You just want to keep buying a new one. Oh, this one was great. I want a new one. This one was cool. And then you want to keep them all. And then you're going to want to sleep with them and, hold them and kiss them and stuff because they're so much fun. Like this giant wing there, or that giant glider. That thing's beautiful if you watch it fly. The other question that came up was I had an Evo 2 question. I wish 808 State was in here, but I did own the Evo 2. I do not own it. The reason why I didn't keep it was because my initial intent was I was going to review it. Then I was going to buy the 6K version. The 6K didn't roll out right away, and it lost steam with me. And I'm one of those people that gets excited about something and I have to try it. But the 6K is an amazing. First of all, the Evo platform is amazing, and the 6K is probably one of the more amazing cameras out. I mean, those things are built to last. The only thing that was basically brought up as far as structure was these right here, not locking out solid. The Evo doesn't have a solid lockout. And if you are in high winds and you get a lot of pressure against it, it can push these. And you see that when you get in there, I guess there was enough pressure against it that I think 808 said that it's possible that these could be pushed in. That to me, that's but the camera system, the battery system, there was some issues with the body getting and developing cracks, but that's about it. There was some twisting where these would twist. These don't twist, guys. These things are freaking solid. So, but obviously this one's a $400 drone, a $500 drone, but the Autel Evo is a $1,500 drone. Probably the 8K is probably a $1,400 drone, somewhere around there. Maybe $1,399 right now. The 6K is still, in my mind, with the camera, it's still a $1,800 to $1,700 drone. That's with one battery. So I love it. So if you're interested in buying it, you're not going to go wrong. It just isn't right for me. I like to hand launch. That might be a problem with this one. I fly in remote areas. I like to have a lot of flexibility. I like it to be light. There's a lot of things that really is a deal breaker with me. So, all right, let's see. I'm considering purchasing. I'm so glad to hear feedback. Yeah, it's a good drone. Don't insignificant. Don't worry about the quality of it. I think Autel has been very proactive about replacing units. You've got a good company. So let's see. Evo is very expensive. Yes, it's very big and it's expensive. And like Ivan says, if you live in a city, I don't know if I'd like to fly this, but if I live in a city, I could fly this pretty much everywhere. Everywhere. It's so quiet. Nobody cares. I think Ken Heron put up a video of him flying in the middle of.
I think there's still a case to be made for the Evo 1 here, especially as somebody that's just starting.
Can you get what can you get an Evo 1 for right now?
The refurbished ones go what, $750, $800, somewhere in the neighborhood now.
So
You go for a rugged bundle, it's like just right at 1,000.
Yeah, Ivan said 6K is bigger. Yeah, it's a big sensor. It's a 1 inch, and you're going to pay, I think it's 17.99, 18. But they don't sell a lot of single battery units. They like to sell 4 and 3 battery units, so it brings it up to 2,000. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Captain Drone has an excellent comparison of the 6K and the 8K on the Evo 2.
Yeah, so check them out for sure. I like Captain Drone, guys. We like other drone channels. I'm a huge fan.
It has a graphic representation of the different sensor sizes to each other. And it's a very good comparison because he also compares video side by side of the two units.
Yeah. All right, guys. I got a haircut appointment. And it's COVID time, so I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. I got
a haircut appointment. Well, you gonna get your nails done too while you're at it?
Look at how long that is. I gotta get a cut. It's been too long. So, and we got to cut off.
Dude.
All right. So I want to say goodbye
with the wife and all that.
We got to leave her for a minute and see. Just fly for fun. Yeah, you guys got to weigh the reasons why you fly, what you fly, and what you like to, and what you like to do with flying. You like to travel, then this is luggage, man. This is like an extra pair of jeans, so you got to think about that and about what you bring. But on the other hand, if you lose this in a foreign country and you don't mind losing it, the replacement cost is not huge. So
or lose it out in the desert somewhere.
Yeah, if you drop it in the problem is if I lose this in the desert, I'm going to find it, and you know what's going to happen. I'm going to find it. It'll be in a wreck, and it won't be in a wreck. Hopefully, it lands itself. So, all right. I have to go, Kai.
New retrieval tool.
My drone retrieval tool?
Yeah. Comfy pair of sneakers.
This is my drone
blisters when you go hiking through the desert.
This is my Mavic Mini recovery tool right here. It works every time. So hopefully this thing's got a recovery program with it. So we're definitely going to check the video. 4K 60 going to come out of here. Perfect lighting. I'm going to get rocks, get up close to them. I might take this to the petroglyphs. That would be a good test. All right. Okay, Kai, I have got to get going. All
right. Yeah, we got to get anyway because Kelly comes on in about 7 minutes for his Friday night call-in. So,
yeah. So, guys, this was a good stream. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun today.
Appreciate everybody showing up. Hit the like button on the way out if you would.
Yeah. So if you enjoyed it, please tell us that you do by just hitting the like.
Next Friday on my channel.
You what? Yeah. Next week it's with Kai. So look for that notification. I will send out one in my community post. We'll make sure my post gets his link on it so you can find it. And we should be good. All righty.
All right. And if anybody wants to send in video, send it.
Do it. We've been busy, sidetracked, but we're going to get there. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, from Kai.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.